Okay, here is the ordered pair that we're going to deal with, and here is our equation. M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, before we get started, I just want to say this. Emphasizing, you have y2 and x2 here. Notice that's an ordered pair. You have y1 and x1 here. Notice that is an ordered pair. What you're doing is this ordered pair is lined up under each other. This ordered pair is lined up under each other. It does not matter when I plug these in. It doesn't matter who is x1 and y1, who is x2 and y2, as long as your x2 and your y2 are lined up under each other like a fraction, and your x1 and your y1 are lined up under each other as a fraction. Okay? If I have time, I'm going to try to work it out both ways so that you can see that there's no difference. So first, I'm going to label this as x1, y1, x2, y2, so that we can work that out. Okay? So that gives me M is equal to y2, which is -5, minus y1, which is 4, over x2, which is -2, minus x1, which is -5. Now I put my negatives inside parentheses just so that you can see that they're negatives. Also remember that subtraction means to add the opposite. So let's rewrite this as -5. I'm going to keep that in parentheses, plus a -4 now, because you're adding the opposite of a +4, which is a -4, over -2 plus +5, because I'm adding the opposite of -5, which is +5. Now, look what happens. I have -5 plus -4 makes -9. I have -2 plus +5, which makes a +3. When I do my division, -9 divided by 3 is -3 over 1, which is just -3. So my ultimate slope for these two ordered pairs is -3, which means my slope is negative, so my line must go downhill like this. All right, there's a couple of more minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work it out as if they were reversed. So I'm going to write it up here so you can see. I'm going to make this x2 and this y2. I'm going to make this x1 and this y1. Okay? So let's rewrite it. So I have M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So what you see here is these numbers have done nothing but flip order, okay? Flip order. Now let's look at this. I'm going to rewrite it. So that means 4 plus the opposite of -5 is +5. -5 plus the opposite of -2 is +2. So this is what I have. I have 4 plus 5. Well, 4 plus 5 is +9. I have -5 plus 2, which is a -3 this time. But ultimately, look what I get. 3 divided by -1, which is still -3. So what I did was just inevitably, I moved my negative sign from being in the numerator to being in the denominator. But when you do your division, a negative divided by a positive is a negative. So it doesn't matter if it's in the numerator or the denominator. The whole entire fraction itself is negative, okay? The only thing I'm going to say extra is if you get a fraction like this that cannot be reduced, then you just can't reduce it. It's not a big deal. But if there is a possibility that you can reduce it, then by all means, make sure that you reduce it, okay? All right, come back because I'm going to do one more example of slope using the slope formula.